Hello from RIU, Santa Fe. This is my second video where I would like to cover some details of visiting Mexico. Hello. It's not a first time our visit to Mexico. In fact, this is our eighth or ninth time. I don't know. But all the other visits, we have been to basically the same hotel in Cancun, Iberostar. And when you go to the same place, you shouldn't. You may go twice, but interestingly, that hotel has three hotels. So there's Beach, Paraíso, and Maya, and they're basically different levels. So I would say if you ended up in Iberostar in Beach, that's the lowest level. Definitely go to Maya. You can skip the Paraíso. So the difference is this hotel does not work the same. It is located in Cabo San Lucas, which is if you walk about 15 minutes from here. If you drive on taxi, it's about 15 minutes. Why? They want to make money. It costs about $15 American dollars to take a taxi. It's funny. So there, we have taken a taxi that was prepaid, and they take you through like there are no roads. They just go through a desert. It's all dusty, ugly, trash everywhere. Then we took a taxi back from the city to the hotel, and we had to pay for it. And because we paid a lot more than somebody else paid for us, we were taken through the nice roads and paved roads, and that's interesting. So if you like to save money, you can bargain. You can bargain with everybody. And this is not the kind of visit that we had at the Iberostar. Iberostar is like an island. You can't really go anywhere. In this RIU, you can just walk out the front gate, and literally 15 minutes you can walk into the city. Or you can take the beach. Beach would be much shorter. It's like when you run the Olympic runners, they have that circle that they run around. The outer circle is the longest one, and the inner circle is the shortest one. That's why when they run long distances, they all run on the inner circle, because if you run on the outer circle, you have to work much harder. Same thing with Cabo San Lucas. It is it's curved. The beach is curved, and if you go along the beach, that's what I'm saying, 15 minutes, you will be downtown. Yeah, you gotta wear good footwear, because the sand here is not really sand, or if it is sand, I've never seen one like this. It's very grainy, very sharp, and big. So these sand pieces are very big. Let me turn around. Arriving right now. New blood coming into the hotel. Big mix, lots of young people, lots of everybody. So if you're here in Cabo first time or planning to go, definitely get nice shoes that do not let sand in. Put socks on, and you can go over the beach. You can traverse it in literally 15 minutes with good footwear, and you'll be downtown. Or it takes 15 minutes on a taxi on an outer circle with nice roads, where they will charge you $15 to $20. Depends on how gullible you are at parting with the money. If you will part with your money, they will take it. Don't flash how much you have. It doesn't matter how much you have. Bring fives, singles, tens. 20 should be the highest denomination you have here. You flash hundreds of dollars here, they'll take hundreds of dollars from you. So definitely an interesting experience, completely different than experience from Iberostar, where, like I said, you're on an island and you don't get to use your cash at all. We have walked out to the city right outside of our hotel. We walked maybe 5 minutes and there is a road and a couple of shops. We stopped in. We had a little bit of a fun time in Mexico, and we visited the real Mexican food store. It's like a food store in the ghetto, but they don't care. Trash everywhere, of course. No roads. When we were coming in here, we talked to the driver, and he said, when it rains, you do not want to be here when it rains. When it rains, there's just no way to go through the roads, and all the roads that are paved are built very poorly, and they sag and they wash away, so you don't want to be here in the rainy season. Otherwise, it's beautiful. When it's dry, it doesn't matter. It's just dusty, that's all. Here in the hotel, you know, they keep up with the trees and grass more or less, and there's a little guy here. But outside of the hotel, everything is covered in dust. So all the greenery is basically white because of the dust. So it's not... If you're looking for green getaway, nope, not here. Ocean is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm probably gonna pause and then go to the ocean and continue. About the timeshare. So on my previous video, there was talk about timeshare and all the pitfalls and everything. I would highly recommend just search for John Oliver timeshare. He just put it out. I've watched that video, and man, you have to listen to that video. It is okay to go to those presentations because they offer a lot of freebies to you, but do not cave in, do not give in. And if you feel like you are weak in mind, that they can persuade you to buy anything, don't give them a penny, okay? Then don't go. But if you ended up there, don't buy. And so that's about the timeshare. But in the end, we have already used 2 of the gifts that they gave us. 3 actually, 4 actually, I'm sorry. So they gave us so much. They gave us a bottle of tequila. They said a bottle of tequila. It was just a little bottle. Not like they give it the airplanes, the sampler. It was a little bigger than that. But it's not a big bottle. When they pulled it out, even they laughed. Like, okay, a bottle of tequila. But it's okay, it's free. So they gave us a bottle of tequila, that's 1. They gave us a taxi ride back from the hotel, which we didn't use, and we just walked on the beach. And we used that taxi ride to go downtown yesterday. So that would be 2. Then they gave us the whale watching, so that's 3. That was really nice tour. I am really pleased. And like I said,
did we tell them what pool we were going
was
to?
it free? No, we gave them $180, but man, each ticket is $70 for that whale tour. There was 5 of us, so that definitely covers it. You know, plus all the other stuff, and it just you gotta make communication and or calculation, I should say, and see what's what. So the family girls went on a horse riding today, and everything went, just like they told us. The car came, picked them up, and they went. They did. So we paid $180. The guy, like I said, we bought the stuff from the airport, and I'll talk about that a little bit also. Let me just walk over there. So we gave him $180, and he was on our side. Why? Because everything here is paper. Nobody believes anything you say. Nobody believes anything that you think. But paper is important. And what I did was, when he gave me the piece of paper where it was written that the types of tours and everything that he promised to us, at the bottom there was a space for how much we paid. And I just figured I'll fill in. And when we met, he looked at that line first, and he's like, "Who put that in?" And I'm like, "Well, that's what we paid you." And he was very disappointed. And the reason that he was disappointed was he didn't want anybody to know. I did say about that. But then he made a deal with us. We don't tell about how much we gave him. Okay? So he quickly, instead of 180, he put a dollar sign where the one is, and that became $80. Okay? But he had to have us on his side, which made us accomplices in his dark deeds. But he, because of that, was so on our side. He sold himself to us and promised everything. The free rides to and from the activities, the bottle of tequila, the all fees paid. Okay, we were at the whale watching, and there is the only thing that they didn't cover was $2 port fee. Okay, so for 5 people, $10. Okay, but they didn't tell us about it. But what they did tell us is the horse riding, there is a $25 park entrance fee, and they gave us back $75 for that. So we really paid $5, and even that, they gave us the taxi voucher. It was for $9. If we had paid ourselves, it would have been $15, but they gave us $9, and $5 kind of disappeared. The guy that was driving the taxi, he took it. He was supposed to take a little bit of extra cash from us. He didn't, so there is the $5. In the reality, we paid $100. This guy pocketed $100, but he gave us back all those things. And I do think that it's worth it. It's worth it. So we got 4 tours, rides, and all the trimmings that have to go with it, and it all cost us $100. Like I said, we got they will hide things from you. They will hide things from you, and you will be hit with fees, park fees, entrance fees, port fees, taxi fees, taxes. Tips is, kind of, you assume everything runs on tips here. So keep that in mind. And so let me pause a little, and I'll be back at the beach. There is the ocean. The ocean. I haven't swam in it. It feels cold to me, but kids love it. Yeah, it is nice. Took me a while to find this quiet spot. It will be not so quiet in an hour or so when this restaurant opens, but it's nice and quiet now. So one thing I wanted to say was about the timeshare again. The hotels are in Mexico here set up in such a way that when you come out of the airport and board the prepaid transportation, they want to keep you in their system, and that means you do not have a choice on which travel company or entertainment company to go with. And this is what we've been doing before. Now we'd go into the hotel and we would just get what hotel agreed to with our travel company and whatever, and we'll basically get, you know, only one offer. So these other companies, they want to have some business also, and they figured out to get to you, they will intercept you at the airport. I guess that's how they're doing their business, and that's what happened this time. We would in the past just go by all those airport salesmen and not take them seriously because of such a crazy fast presentation. But if you're ready for it, you can really strike a good bargain. So I feel like we're lucky this time that this has happened, and we got a guy who made promises and kept promises. I mean, he could have pocketed the money and disappeared, but I guess whatever they do here is the way they do things. But very interesting. So hopefully this helps somebody get a little bit more out of your hard-earned cash for vacation. I'd say you can really get a lot more out of it. So we've still spent all that money, except we spent it on gifts and stuff and other things. So it's not like you're gonna keep that money, but you make it go a little further. We would have spent it on gifts anyway. At the Cabo, the shops at the marina, they all have different prices. And as you go towards marina from the city, the prices go from high to low. We were brought into the marina and then we were walking out. So our first shop was with the lowest price. And I don't like to buy things at the first sight because you never know what you're getting and what you're paying. But of course the kids like, no, I want this, I want that. And we ended up buying. And then as we were walking into the city from marina, we stopped at the other shops and the prices were going higher and higher and higher. So I noticed that. So keep in mind, the closer you are to the end of the road, the lower will be the prices, because people already purchased stuff. And we ended up on the marina walking backwards, and I didn't know that. I don't know if I'm saying things that are absolutely everybody knows, but man, I know a lot of stuff and I did not know this. There is a proper way to vacation. I did not know that. And if you go to Iberostar at the Cancun, well, specifically Maya or Beach, or you know, those the 3 or 4 hotels that are all together there, it almost doesn't matter. The only thing is you could probably buy some tours at the airport because at the hotel they will offer you the timeshare and the gifts, but they will not be as lavish as the ones at the airport. Like I said, we got 1 or 2 gifts, and that was it. Here we got just showered with gifts, so keep that in mind. But at the Cabo, because there is a city and Mexican life nearby, you can have a little bit of adventure, and I honestly like the adventure part. I don't really like fancy hotels. You know, all I need is just a place to sleep, maybe shower, and keep going. You know, I'm willing to travel on foot, bike, you know, something simple, low cost. I really enjoy, and ability to talk to people. Now, it's possible to be taken advantage of. Probably less so for a man than it is for a woman, to be in dangerous situation, but still any situation could be dangerous, and I wouldn't do that with kids. I wouldn't put kids in dangerous, questionable, you know. But me and my kid walked about 5 minutes outside of the hotel fence, and it was okay. Here in Mexico, people are not violent, at least not that we saw. They go about doing their stuff, and as long as you know, I guess don't do anything, nobody will do anything. So, all right, here's the last look at that. And a guy carrying a ladder. They do a lot more presentation and cleaning at the Iberostar. The cleanliness of the hotel is okay here, but it's, if you compare it to the Iberostar, they have floors that are shiny and marble. The floors here just regular tile. So you will definitely notice a lot of difference between this hotel and some other hotels. I'd say this is out of 5 stars, maybe 3.5. As Iberostar would probably be 4. Maybe Maya will be 4.5. You know, approaching 5. They're really trying to please you. These guys, they're like, we keep it clean, get out of here. You don't like it, go to a different hotel. So this place is for young people who don't give a rat's ass about things, and it's fun to be young, fun to see young, fun to remember how it was to be young, you know, 30 years ago. That's a long time, but I like it. I really like it. Thanks for watching. Give me a like if you like it, subscribe, enjoy, and save money.